Well, this video is very long overdue, but regardless, what's going on everyone, my name is 8-Bit Preston. I'm sorry for the lack of uploads recently, I've just been running out of ideas. So today I'm going to be making this video, and then I'll be carrying on with SpongeBob and also a few other videos, as well as an Infinity War review if I can get that pushed out today. But regardless, this is my honest reviews on Sonic Heroes. Enjoy. So the story of Sonic Heroes is split up into many different parts. We have Team Sonic's story, Team Dark's story, Team Rose's, and Team Chaotix's story. We're going to start with Team Sonic. So Team Sonic's story is, it starts with Sonic running through the desert with Tails and Knuckles following up behind him in the X-Tornado. And their plan is to stop Dr. Eggman, as he sent them a little letter telling them about his evil scheme to destroy the world in 3 days. Now this is one of the most threatening things Eggman has probably ever said to the heroes. And it might be one of the most threatening things we'll ever say, apart from everything else that went on in Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Because this game took a more light-hearted tone compared to those two. But this is still a relatively dark story when you get into the further parts of the game, that is. But regardless, Team Sonic's story keeps it very clean and simple. So regardless of that, after that we've talked about Team Sonic for a bit, we're going to move on and talk about Team Dark. Now, Seaside Hill is probably one of the best intro levels to ever be made in a video game. Seaside Hill is absolutely brilliant. But this is the best version of Seaside Hill. And that is not a... oh dear. Oh no, okay. Give me a minute. Oh, you're working this time. Do we have glitchy textures? Please? Okay, thank God. You see kids, this is why emulators aren't always the best thing to use. But anyways, regardless to the dodgy emulator, this level is in its best form right here. And I'm saying this is the best version of Seaside Hill, not because it's the original, because a lot of people these days say the original is always the best. No, that's not the case, especially with the original Spider-Man trilogy. Spider-Man 2 is the best one out of those. But can I just say, this version is the best because it incorporates what Sonic Heroes was about, the team-based mechanic, which had you switch between a flight, power, and a speed character. And this is the reason why Sonic Heroes is a different game. It took a completely new approach to things by making you play as Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and then the characters in the separate teams, etc. all at the same time, which is a genius idea, and people say it wasn't executed very well. But in my opinion, this was done absolutely brilliantly by the team. This is probably some of the most fun I've had in a Sonic game ever since, I don't know, maybe since Sonic 3 and Knuckles. And this was me, you know, replaying the game after playing through pretty much every other Sonic game ever made. Because this was my first Sonic game ever, and my first game ever, so I couldn't judge it against anything at the time. But can I just say as well, considering this game came out 15 years ago, these graphics are absolutely fucking gorgeous. They are, I'm sorry for my language, but this is an old game now. And these graphics are absolutely astonishing. I mean, yes, they don't hold up anywhere near close to Generations or Forces, but considering, you know, what we had to work with at the time on a PS2 and a GameCube, this is stunning. It really is, and I can't appreciate how much work Sega puts into the games. What they used to put into their games. Oh, I missed. Yes, but regardless. So I just can't stress enough how well Seaside Hill plays. And now that we're talking about plays, let's talk about the controls in this game. Oh, this was the biggest complaint I've heard from people about this game. But guys, they're not that bad. Like, you're just bad. The controls in this game aren't that bad. When you first play the game, you'll think they are pretty bad with how, you know, slippery their controls are. But once you get used to the controls, which doesn't take long at all, you'll probably be used to the controls by stage 8. Or not even that, maybe stage 5. If you know, not trying to go against wonky casino pinball machines then. Yeah. But the controls aren't that bad. Sonic is obviously the speed character, so you're going to go super fast all the time, in which making a hard stop can be kind of difficult, but that's why you switch to Knuckles to do that. And whilst we're talking about Knuckles is the power character, into which he can just slap enemies with those rock-hard fist knuckles that he's got on him. And then Tails is the flight character, into which he can fly for a short period of time and turn us into like balls of thunder, so we can be shot at enemies. guess that's how it works. And Knuckles turns this into boxing gloves. And also Knuckles has a tendency to say the S word. Yeah. And also the level up system. I don't mind this. Some people said that the level up system was pointless and we should just be level 3 straight off the bat. No, we should not. This adds to the challenge of the game. Now, the game on its own is not hard. I will admit, this is not a hard game. It is easy compared to Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2. Because it's more straightforward and linear than those two games. Which it's not the best thing in the world, because we don't want a linear Sonic game, we want an open-ended one. But for what it is, it does it great. Honestly, it does it absolutely fantastically. I know I'm rubbing this game's nipples a bit here, but I'm being completely honest. I can't list any bad things about this opening level or the game's mechanics. Because I've been playing this game for so long, I'm adjusted to these game's mechanics, and I could just be comfortable with them at any place, any time. Even if they implemented these mechanics and controls into Sonic Forces instead of the shitty little rip-off Generations formula that we got, I would honestly be happy, because I could not only control these characters well enough, but because of how long I've been playing this game, I know how to, work all the mechanics and everything else in it. And also, can I just say, this game's biggest challenge is collecting A rank on all stages. Now, it doesn't seem bad at first, but when you get to other levels in Team Chaotix's story, that's when collecting A ranks gets difficult. But with the other teams, it's not hard, let's be honest.
Is this the energy plant?
That red liquid is being traded at high prices.
Eggman must have plans to control the energy.
Team Dark. Now, Team Dark's story is a little bit more edgy, because the story of this is that Rouge wanted to go find Eggman's secret treasure, which is something that you will hear a lot in the story, and then basically found Shadow in a capsule after everyone presumed he died in Sonic Adventure 2, which he did, but fan service, we had to bring him back. So he was found in Eggman's base in a capsule, and basically he now has amnesia, which is actually kind of a decent way to bring Shadow back, I will admit. But it does get kind of annoying, because that meant we did have to get the game Shadow the Hedgehog. But can I just rant about this right now really quickly? What was the fucking point in Shadow the Hedgehog the game? Like, I'm saying this now, I don't mind Shadow the Hedgehog as a game. I used to find it as a brilliant game, but now I just find it as a decent game. But what is the point? Throughout this entire story, we hear, people complaining about Shadow and how he doesn't remember anything. And also Shadow wanting to know about his past. So why the fuck does no one tell him about it, We encountered Team Sonic, and we also encountered Team Chaotix. Fair enough, the Chaotix weren't there, but at the end we encountered Team Rose, in which Amy was in Sonic Adventure 2, and then also Sonic, Knuckles and Tails were all there, Rouge was there, and I don't see the point where we have to go Shadow the Hedgehog, because they're going to just play it in this game! But Sega needed a spin-off, so Shadow the Hedgehog it is. But other than Sega's lazy attempts to tell Shadow's story in a completely separate game, which was mediocre. Rants aside. So yeah, basically Shadow has amnesia, Rouge wants to find Eggman's treasure, Omega wants to get revenge on Eggman, and everything's just sweet from there. It's not the worst story in the world. It's not the best either, but it is bearable, if we're not talking about the case of Shadow's amnesia. But amnesia aside, this story isn't all that, it's not all that bad. It's not all that bad. And also as well, can I just say, the speed shoots in this game are absolutely fucking useless. You don't get anywhere with them by the time they run out, simply because of how linear these levels are. It is actually ridiculous.
Natural.
Yes, Shadow, you are a natural. You managed to survive that fucking ball from space. Okay, so obviously, as you can see here, the game has a theme to it, into which every team uses the same gameplay styles, which is speed, power, and flight, but they correlate to the characters that they have in the team, which I think is kind of lazy, and it isn't really a good way of implementing more than one mechanic to the game. But it'll do for what it is. It is fun once you get to know how to use it properly and also learn all the tricks with all the characters. But if you don't mind, then you don't mind. But if you find it stupid, then you find it stupid. I won't blame you. And also, again, like I'll say it for the 1000th time in the series, this is my honest opinion. This is honest reviews. This is my opinion. Nobody else's, unless everyone thinks the same somehow. So don't be a bitchy bitch in the comments and say, oh, you're retarded for liking this game. It's better than Adventure 2. Well, I'm sorry, mate. I grew up with this game. I didn't grow up with Adventure 2, so I prefer this game over Adventure 2 any day. But Adventure 2 is definitely a very, very close second, if not generations, that is. But my nostalgia aside, whilst I just I forgot I was at level 3, and that's what I mean about the tricks in this game, because not many people know that if you're a level 3 whilst in Shadow or Sonic or whoever your speed character is, they have the ability to homing attack onto the pole and then they'll spin up it instead of having to, you know, take a fucking millennium by doing the tornado jump next to it. And everyone complains about the lightspeed dash in this game. Guys, it's not a hard mechanic to learn. You need to jump in front of the trail of rings and you'll be guaranteed to do it every time. You need to experiment in this game if you want to know how to do things. Which is another reason for replay value, because not only once you get all the A ranks, you'll be able to unlock side missions, which add to the replayability, but also the levels have many secrets into which I'm only still discovering up to today, and I've been playing this game for 14 years for Christ's sake. So you can't tell. And also another thing that I can complain about, and many other people can, is the way that they reuse levels. Yes, I know the stories happen simultaneously and the characters have to travel through the stages and all, but could you not have at least used different stages for at least the teams? Because playing through Seaside Hill, Grand Metropolis, and, you know, etc., it gets boring after a while, I won't lie. The stages in this game are great, which I can't lie about, but playing through them again and again and again and again just for story, it's a bit boring after like the third time. So that's one of my only complaints so far, is that reusing the levels but making them shorter, longer, or mission based is a very lazy choice, but some versions of the stages are better due to this, so you can't complain in every aspect, I guess. Not really. You do you and I'll do me, and we won't do each other. Sounds fair. But also poles were introduced in this game, and they was never ever brought back because one, they were a stupid mechanic, and also they're just very time consuming. Unless you're level 3, that is. And because they aren't making Heroes 2 anytime soon because they want to advance forward in the series, fuck you Sega. We want Adventure 3. We want Heroes 2. Give us the games we want. Stop bringing us shitty titles. We want Mania 2. Bring us all the games. Don't make some no shit that we don't like. Okay, thank you. Thank you for consideration. Good night. Yes, so it just gets a bit lazy after a while. And also, levels like Grand Metropolis, which is the current level that I'm playing, it's not a bad level. Don't hear me out. It's not a bad level. It's a good time. But considering you have to play through it all the time, and with Team Sonic and Team Dark, the level is really long. Like the stages in this game as well. Another complaint here. The levels are around 8 minutes long. What the fuck were you thinking? Like again, this is not what I assume about stages in Sonic. Because going back to Adventure 2, they could last up to about 3 minutes, which is a good stage length. But then we go to, let's say, Sonic Heroes, 8 minutes. Sonic 06, fuck knows how long because of how glitchy the game is. Shadow the Hedgehog, depends what mission you're playing. Sonic Unleashed, it depends if you're a Werehog or normal Sonic, because Werehog stages can take up to half an hour. And then Eggman Land takes an hour. On the first try, that is. But then, continuing on down the line, Generations got it right with stages that are around 2 to 3 minutes long for both modern and classic, which was a very good choice in my opinion, because not only does it give the perfect stage length, but it also gives enough, you know, it gives you enough playtime without feeling like too little, which is brilliant. But then Sonic Forces was an absolute joke because all the stages were a minute long. You could breeze through half the stages if you had Super Sonic because he was invincible and he was a slight little bit faster. What? Game? And here we go again with another complaint. The camera in this game is all sorts of screwy. Now, I'm not the only one to address this problem. Everyone on YouTube who's recovered this game before will say the camera is very, very screwy. And this game is actually pretty glitchy. Because not only have I... See, look at that. I am supposed to be going up this ramp. And now I'm going backwards. See, because not only do you glitch through the floor quite a few times, the camera angle is going to get you killed most of the time. Or in general... See, look, I went perfectly through those rings. You can slow that shit down if you want, because I am not doing that. It's just going to make me even more salty. But, regardless to that extremely, extremely annoying fail, it is safe to say that everyone agrees this game is glitchy. You can't deny every Sonic game has its glitches, whether that's only a few or a bunch. But this game, oh, I think this inspired Sonic 06's glitches. I'm not complaining because the glitches only happen very rarely. They're not something as common as they are in fucking Sonic Boom. But they are still very, very annoying once they happen, which isn't a good thing. And also, if you want to A rank these stages, you're not allowed to die. Because if you die at the end of the stage, you go back to 0 points. And this game isn't about how fast you can complete a stage to get an A rank on it unless you're playing Team Rose's story. You need to get a shit ton of scoring. So that means slowing down to light speed dash, kill enemies, go through these rainbow rings, or God forbid even try to speed run it, and you will only get a C rank. Because of how long the levels are, they expect you to take your time and kill things, which is a good way, I guess, of the ranking system. But I do prefer the speed system, which was incorporated into Generations. But I don't know, you can't get everything you want in this world, so I guess I'm not allowed to complain. So, meh.
What's wrong with me?
You died, that's what's wrong. And here we go, Team Chaotix. So Team Chaotix is probably one of the worst stories in this game, if I don't count Team Rogue. And why am I saying Team Rogue is one of the worst? Their story is fucking dreadful. And I will explain that in the next, like, little level thing. I've picked Team Chaotix to talk to now, because I want to show off Final Fortress as the final stage before talking about the journey to the final boss. Or even just the boss fight in general. But I've chosen Rail Canyon for a very, very special reason. This level's physics. Oh boy, the amount of complaints I've heard about Rail Canyon and the shitty rail physics in this game. Guys, Rail Canyon's physics aren't bad. You just need to learn to be adjusted to things, and what was happening then? Anyways, I live. People say that the rails have a 50% chance of working, and in some cases, yes, you're right, because I've died from rails a few times in this game. But it's not as bad as everyone makes it out to be, simply because of the fact that the game wasn't designed around rails completely. That's what Sonic Adventure 2 introduced, and it's what this game wanted to carry on doing. And it didn't do it badly, they just didn't incorporate the control well, because you had to lean to the left or the right and then jump to switch rails, which can often enter the game thinking you're doing a normal jump. And why does it think this? I don't know, probably because it either wasn't incorporated very well, or it was a rough thing, or even because they thought, you know, because of the game's processing engine. Because in Sonic Adventure 2, you don't find yourself jumping between rails often, unless you're playing Sky Rail, but that's only one level. You grind rails in Sonic Adventure 2 very rarely. But in this game, you find yourself grinding on a majority of the things that come in your way, which isn't a bad thing because it does try to, you know, influence on what the previous game did and expand on it. But it didn't do it very well, I'll be honest, because you do feel really, really slow on rails in this game. But that's what the speed mechanic is for. Because you need to learn to get, because if you want to be good at the game, or get A ranks or whatever, you need to start getting confident. It's something I like about this game, how it teaches confidence. Not in the real world, obviously, but in terms of exploration and taking risks. So if you want to A rank some of these stages, you will need to risk taking shortcuts. You will need to risk fighting certain enemies without, you know, your normal stuff. You need to risk nearly everything to get A ranks in this game, which I think is actually a really good way of teaching, you know, confidence. It doesn't teach confidence in the real world, obviously, but but it's a good way of teaching you to start, you know, taking a risk every now and then if you want to try and do things. As I did at the start of the stage when I took the risk of jumping, because I don't want this episode to drag on at all, and I don't want this level to drag on because I'm not a big fan of rail timing, and neither is the entire Sonic community. But regardless to everyone's love-hate relationship with this level, it's not all bad. It really isn't. But right, I'm running out of things to say here. Right, so Team Chaotix mechanic. Their mechanic is mission based. This is a simple point A to point B mission, which I picked because it's not too long and it's not hard at all, and it's kind of easy. And essentially, oh well, why not just scroll? Come on. Yeah. And essentially, it's just a very simple mission which incorporates on the other team's gameplay. Well, in other levels, which I was going to use Final Fortress as the final example, but with Team Chaotix instead of Team Rose, was because they're the last team and it's the last level. But I thought no, because it's mission based, and I don't want to show that the mission based level because I don't like the mission based, you know, Final Fortress version. But so, right, so missions can include point A to point B, which is basically what we're doing now, to the goal ring. Collecting a certain amount of items, finding a certain amount of things, I guess, if you can call it that. Being undetected. Oh, what's that other one? I think that's it really. You either collect, avoid, or... So that's it to be honest. There's not a whole lot of variation in Team Chaotix's story, but their story matters the most. Because it tells us who the main baddie is in a way. Like, from the start of the game, we instantly see, oh yeah, Eggman's the villain because he said that to the Sonic company. Which technically their story does happen first chronologically, I guess. Actually, no, it doesn't. Is it? I'm not sure, I'll have to Google that. But, basically, at the start of Team Chaotix's story, Charmy comes busting through the front door saying that they have work to do. And Vector accepts his work because the person on the radio said that this job pays. And knowing Vector, you know, he wants money. So that's why they accepted the job, because they need to pay the rent, even though no other Sonic character in the history of Sonic has to pay fucking rent. Which is kind of lazy storytelling if I am honest with you. Well, it is still a nice excuse for its story, I guess. If you consider it nice. Not very nice, but it's decent for a story. But now that we've finished this section for Team Chaotix, I'll move on to talk about Team Roz. And then we'll move on to some of the flaws which everyone complains about. And I'll explain why it's not that bad. Because, you know, I rub this game's nipples too hard.
Awesome! Totally awesome!
Oh my
Here we are.
Can I just say, this is one of the best final levels in a game ever made. Because not only does the music sound like it actually fits the theme of this level extremely well.
Here we go.
You know, because like, just listen to the soundtrack for this game, alright? Like, just go on YouTube, type in Sonic Heroes Final Fortress, listen to it, and then put gameplay over it, and you will see how well it fits if you can't hear it very well here. I am shocked. I am really impressed with this. Final Fortress is such a fun. It's a really good time. This level is so fun. It's not just to Team Roz, because their version of Final Fortress sucks, to be honest. I'm only playing it because this is the last one to talk about. Oh no.
Here we go. Yeah,
but Final Fortress, amazing. I could just. It doesn't sound like music you would just listen to on a daily basis, but believe me when I say this, I listen to this music on a daily basis. I love this. I love this song. Final Fortress incorporates some of the best ways to bring together a team mechanic in a game, especially Team Sonic story, and only in Team Sonic and Team Rocket, because this level is stupidly Sonic Team Rocket. But anyways, enough of my rambling on Final Fortress, because I just love this level so much. I love it. I really do. Better than Final Rush, better than City Escape, better than Seaside Hill, better than any other level in the existence of Sonic levels. I said it. I said it, fight me. Right. So, Team Rose's story. It starts with
It's you!
Amy having a newspaper which appears to show Sonic, in quotation marks, with Chipola, which is a new chow, some brown chow, that's kind of like cheese but brown, and they had Froggy, and if you can hear that word, Froggy, you know Big Big Cat's in it. And what do you know Big Big Cat? Big Big Cat! So, yeah, I don't mind Big in this game. Big in this game is a decent power character. He's slow, yes, but that's the whole point. Power characters pack a punch. They're not meant to be fast. They pack a punch, and that's exactly what Big does here. And also Team Blast. I have not talked about this yet. Team Blast is a new system that was added to where when you charge your meter, you can use a Team Blast, which is a super powerful attack that wipes out all the enemies on the screen. And for some heroes, some characters provide a competitive advantage further onto the stage. Yes, it's actually a good mechanic. I like the Team Blast. But
This weather reminds me of our last attack on the egg carrier.
that's what I'm going to say about Team Blast. Yeah, but anyways, enough of that gibberish. So, Team Rose wants to find Sonic, Chipola and Froggy. That's their story. Oh, look at that, the goring was right there as well. What a fail, that will flunk me sideways. Wow. Alright, ignore my stupid fail, I'm gonna get a new right now. But, other than my shitty fail, and my rambling about how good Final Fortress is as a final level, because it really is, I can't lie. Final Fortress is brilliant, it really is. Team Rose's story is definitely the worst, and their levels are some of the worst as well, simply because of how short they are and how easy they are. I play Sonic for a challenge and speed, not for this easy bullshit about a pink hedgehog wanting to find her quote-unquote boyfriend, a fat cat wanting to find a frog that doesn't even love him, and some chow napping. So that's all the team stories can explained in a brief. So now, you might be wondering, how do we face Eggman?
Kinda super duper happy.
I still got an A rank. So how do we face Eggman? I'll explain. Alright, I'm back. So basically the Chaos Emeralds in this game, you have to run through a stage and collect a key, and you have to keep that key at the end of the stage without, so basically don't get hit, which is easiest to do as Team Rose because their stage is the shortest. So everyone complains that these special stages are fucking awful, but can I just say now, the design of them are bad, but they are not bad. They are easy. Everyone says the stages are absolutely garbage because they always use the speed character, and they also spam the B button or square button to boost like this. This is how people play it. But what you're supposed to do is, if I let me just let the Chaos Emerald slip away a bit, right? So basically, play as the power character, okay? And collect as many orbs as you can, or just start boosting straight away right off the bat, okay? And then just hold down the boost button. Hold down B or square, you know, depending on what you're playing on. And then the power character will start speeding up at an extreme rate. Honestly, the power character's acceleration is actually really fast. And if you get hit, just press it again like that, and then start being on a roll. If you do this straight off the stage, at the start of the stage, you will have the Chaos Emerald within like 10 seconds, no joke. Okay, so all you gotta do, play the power character, thank you. Hold square, and then hold boost, and you're golden, because they'll start accelerating extremely fast, which makes it extremely easy to capture the Chaos Emerald. Okay, see, look at that. Okay, right, I nearly had it then, but I forgot those bombs again. Right, ready? Look at this. See, look, so it's really easy. You don't need to spam it. You don't need to be the speed character. It is really easy. Everyone's just not playing it right. You get me? You're just not playing it right. That's the problem. Alright, so now that we've got all the emeralds, let's explain the final story.
Then who was it? Who locked you up here for trying to conquer the world?
Plot twist inbound.
It was...
All living things kneel before your master.
Metal Sonic has evolved. this isn't Metal Sonic, this is Neo Metal Sonic. One of the best villains in Sonic history, and I will explain that in just a moment. Yes, I will admit, this design is overkill.
Metal Sonic has finally transformed!
So that's Metal Sonic?
It's useless! Metal Sonic has combined your data with the power of chaos and is super strong! We can't defeat it! Ah, if only we had the 7 Chaos Emeralds!
And also, can I just say, the voice acting in this game is the best the franchise has ever seen. I love these voice actors, I want them back, and the performance here was outstanding.
But how? Even with the Emerald's
I mean,
power,
Eggman's dead,
the
but...
chances for victory are slim. It would take a miracle.
Just leave that to me, Doc.
Sonic, no, I'm going with you too.
Tails.
You can count me in, too.
Knuckles.
Okay, guys, we'll buy you some time. That way you can use your superpowers.
You have superpowers too, dumbass.
Okay then, let's get ready to do this. We'll show that creep the real superpower of teamwork.
So now we face the true villain of the game, Metal Sonic. So basically what Metal Sonic has done is throughout the stories as we travel through these vast variety of levels, I say variety in a sarcastic way, Metal Sonic has been hiding throughout these like stages, and he has been collecting our data. So what he has done, he has used all our data, including the power of Shadow's ultimate life form, the chaos data from Froggy, and the life form data of Sonic. And he's transformed himself into this little fucking thing by destroying the egg base and using the parts to turn himself into the monstrosity. Can I just say, this design is overkill. This is pretty. Team Rose's part of this is a piece of piss, let's be honest.
We're done. You guys ready?
It's too late.
Transformation isn't quite complete yet.
Incomplete. Freak.
Now's the time to strike!
Indeed. Okay, so these sections get increasingly more difficult as it goes on, and this is not Metal Sonic's final form, So, if you were wondering why Metal Sonic, like he did before he did the transformation, that wasn't Metal Sonic. Well, it is Sonic. Oh, for fuck's sake. It wasn't Metal Sonic, it was... I need to stop saying that. It wasn't the Metal Sonic we know, the one that looks like Sonic with yellow ears and everything. It was Neo Metal Sonic, the new Metal Sonic, which Eggman decided to invent in order to try and outdo the previous beats and everything. But of course, this is Eggman and he can't program shit correctly. His creation turned against him, and now Metal Sonic has turned into an absolute monster and is attempting to destroy the heroes in a final attempt of, well, a takeover. So basically Metal Sonic is evil. And when I say evil, I mean evil. This is actually a real Sonic villain. Okay, right, I might as well wait here, because these will get you trapped. Alright? But do not run into these things. This is honestly the best part of the game. Not the first phase. The first phase sucks ass. Yeah, I'm on about the second phase when we see the true ending to Sonic Heroes. That part rules. Yeah, you wanna calm down there, Vector? Jesus fucking Christ. Anyways, aside from Vector's attempt at suicide, Yeah.
Transformation isn't quite
So,
complete yet.
as we can hear SBO tell us at the start, his transformation isn't completed yet. He still has another phase left to him, which leaves us wondering what's in store. Well, Vector, can you stop trying to fucking suicide on me? Benjamin?
Transformation isn't
I'm just gonna
quite
ignore those
complete yet.
things. I'll just get level 1. Fuck it. Can't be happening. Yeah. So anyways, as we can see, he isn't completing his transformation yet. And if you're wondering, well, how can he transform even further from this monstrosity? Oh, you'll see. Believe me, this it is not a pretty sight. But this is all you do. All you do is you sit here and really. Yes, as you can see, this is a very, very glitchy boss fight. It's glitchy on an emulator because I don't have these problems when I play it on the actual GameCube. So ignore my extreme fails here. This is honestly not intentional. I'm not trying to make myself look like an idiot, and I'm not trying to make the boss fight hard. Because believe me, it's not hard. It's easy. It's just a sky barrier in this boss fight that is completely retarded. Can I wake up, please?
Let's go.
Yes. Regardless to that, Lord, crap, man. The boss fight isn't hard by any means. It is honestly a piece of piss. It is one of the easiest boss fights in history. This, like, Eggman Land is harder than this, and I say that with pride. I have played Sonic Unleashed. I have beat Sonic Unleashed. I enjoyed Sonic Unleashed. Eggman Land, I didn't enjoy. This boss fight, I enjoyed somehow. But as you can see, the Thunder Shoot is completely useless against this fucker. I don't understand why it's incorporated. So basically, switch between SBO and Vector in this case. Oh, fuck me. Yes. So my Thunder Shoot appears to be retarded in this one. Like, I don't know if it works for you guys. I've seen people do a playthrough of it and it's fine, but it doesn't work for me at all. Like, look at this one. I'll get really close to him and it won't do no damage. Look at that. They just spaz out. I might as well stay up here. But I can't do shit. But as we can see now, as I wait for these things to disappear, don't we just appreciate his design? Like, considering Metal Sonic was just a copy of Sonic at the start, but Eggman was able to program this thing, Metal Sonic is actually a sinister villain. And the reason, like I said earlier, why he's one of the best villains in Sonic history, he completed his goal. Metal Sonic's goal was to collect everyone's data and transform himself into a monster to try and take over the world himself. And he almost succeeded. Oh, for fuck's sake! Seriously, I did not press belly bounce! Oh my... I'm getting triggered now because this, oh my god.
Transformation
Yes. Oh, are you joking?
You're all useless now that
My monitor's just blacked out. So my reason for why Metal Sonic and also Mephiles are the best villains in Sonic, because they accomplished their goal. Metal Sonic's goal, transform himself into a monster after collecting everyone's data and take over the world. Did he accomplish? Nearly. What was Mephiles' goal? To kill Sonic and then take over the world of Solaris. Did he manage it? Basically. Because one, he did manage to kill Sonic, which is actually kind of dark, really. And also, he turned into Solaris, something that the main villain in games don't accomplish, which they don't accomplish their final transformation. And if they do, it doesn't work. This is why Metal Sonic and Mephiles work so well as villains. Not only are they super sinister, but their goal was accomplished. They did what they needed to do. Which, I can't believe I'm saying it, is impressive. Because let's look at Bowser. Bowser's goal is to kidnap Peach and marry her, I guess, so it's never really clear. And he kidnaps her, but he never gets to the final stage. And what's the closest he's ever been? Mario Odyssey. But does he get stopped? Of course he does, because it's fucking Mario. And Mario always comes out on top. But in this game, Metal Sonic nearly won. Oh, come on! I'm getting pissed off now. This is retarded. I can't get any closer to him. I should say any further away because I want him.
Transformation isn't quite complete yet.
Right, this is supposed to be an honest review, it's not a great playthrough. Seriously, come on game, just be in my favour for fuck's sake, I'm not in the mood. Right. Anyways, enough of that. Please, come on. Just let me have it again. Seriously, you're making me look like it's embarrassing. I said it's an easy boss fight. This is an easy boss fight. Right? Stop making me look retarded. Anyways, so yes, they accomplished their goal, as I've said a few times. See, look, I can't get any fucking closer because I'll fall off the map. Thank you. No, I'm not going to goal.
Let's go.
Well, I've got the pointless cannon.
Take the lead!
How are you supposed to get these? Because that cannon... Oh no. That cannon clearly proves disinfective. But anyways... Like, I can't remember what to say now. Oh yeah. So the villain. The villain never usually wins. But in Sonic 06, Mephiles technically wins because he managed to kill Sonic and unleash Iblis, which is what his goal was from the start. So, props to Mephiles and props to Metal Sonic for managing to accomplish what they accomplished. Oh my goodness! Yeah, I'm getting pissed off now. I'm just going to cut to the Metal Overload part, the actual good part of this boss fight. Okay, I've managed to get past two Chaotix's very, very bad section. Oh, right, the reason why Team Chaotix's section for the Metal Madness part of this boss fight is so bad is because the cannon control is awful, and also it will just glitch out like 7 out of 5 times. Basically, yeah, that's bad. So, yeah, so now that's finished, and I can't really learn about much more of the Metal part, well, this part of the final boss, because this part isn't bad, right? See, Team Dark's part isn't bad, it is just average, I guess. It's the exact same as Team Roll's part, I'm guessing, for the front this time, because Team Dark is more powerful.
I'll take it from here.
Final blow, if you get me. But also, I don't see the point in this phase, because it says, we'll buy you guys some time to use your superpowers, but they don't transform into Super Sonic and whatnot in this time period, they just sit around and do nothing. But now that this is over with,
We're counting on you.
yeah, so that's done now. And now, you think this isn't over because you can see Metal Sonic is still standing strong. And you're correct, it's not over. This is the most triggering scene in the whole game. Not because Super Sonic, because of this bullshit. Super Knuckles and Super Tails are non-existent anymore, apparently. Just why, Sega? Just why?
Long time no see, Sonic. My lonesome
And here we go. The best part of the entire game, the final boss. And I'm not saying it's the best part because the game's over, because this is the best part of the game. This is the funnest final boss in a Sonic game. I'm not joking. Time Eater is shit. The final hazard is okay. Perfect Chaos is brilliant. But this, I just have phantasms over this. It is amazing. Because not only is Metal Sonic in his strongest form he will ever see him in, but also the way that Sonic uses his superpowers to give Knuckles and Tails mini superpowers, I guess, because we don't have the Super Emeralds. You know, it's really fitting, it really is. And the fact that you get to fly around in the sky as Super Sonic pursuing Metal Sonic as he's about to, attempt to destroy us once and for all. It's really fitting, it is. And the final boss scene, what I made up by Crush 40, obviously, Johnson Owe, Johnny Gioli. Why can't we have Crush 40 back? Come on, I love Crush 40.
Regular attack.
Yes, sir, Eggman. Yeah, so we need Crush 40 back as the soundtrack people for Sonic games, because not only do they make absolutely amazing music, and not only is Johnny Giole still my favourite singer in the entire world, and Jun Shinoda is my favourite guitarist in the entire world.
We're with you until
I can't comprehend the nostalgia that this brings back. I really can't. But for people who played this a long time ago and who play it today, the nostalgia is brilliant. And also, these are my favourite character models in the entirety of the Sonic franchise. Why? I don't know. I just love the cartoony looks with it. And Super Sonic in this game does look a bit meh, but regardless of Super Sonic's goofy look, we get to put rock on Chris Nicholas to the test, as Metal Sonic goes below the clouds to pick up what's remaining of Eggman's Armada, which is kind of cool actually. I like that.
The battleships he throws with power. Knuckles, show him your powerful punches, okay? Don't hold back anything.
Was that Victor or Shadow speaking? I can't tell. Okay. And also, what happened to Vex's voice actor? We only saw him in this game, and he was the best voice actor ever. Because in the Sonic X, Sonic X, his voice actor was so bad. And also in this game, Super Sonic's rings don't run out like in 10 seconds. Like the ring count. This is how Super Sonic ring count should be, not the bullshit we see in Generations. Oh, will you know? I'll team blast you, bitch. And also the guitar solo there by Jun Shinoda. Bring him back! I love Jun Shinoda, I really do. I love Crush 40. Crush 40 amazing.
Man, he's tough.
Yeah, so
Not over yet. Let's show him what we're made of.
I just can't. Like, you may look at this and think, oh well, what a shit boss fight this is. Play it. This is a fun fight, it really is. Now you might be, oh, but it's effort going through 14 getting the Chaos Emerald. If not effort, it's easy peasy, lemon squeezy once you learn how to control the game and get the Chaos Emeralds. Like yeah, I meant to instead of like a reason. Come on then, bitch, throw it. Just like that, he's gone.
Yeah, we did it!
That was pretty tough.
Too bad it's all over. For you!
Shit.
It's no use. But why can't I defeat you?
Because we're Sonic Heroes.
Sonic!
Anytime you want a rematch, just let me know. I'll be waiting.
Hey, Sonic, wait up! Sorry to leave like this, but I can't let my Sonic get away! Good luck,
Sonic sure has his hands full.
I guess I'm out of here too. I think I'll go hunt for someone else's.
She never gives up, does she? Oh, no, you don't.
Wait! Guess that's it for this case.
Guess so.
But what about our money?
Man, I almost forgot! That slime ball!
All right! Our next adventure awaits us, so there's no time to waste. Yeah! We're Sonic Heroes!
And that's Sonic Heroes, ladies and gentlemen. So if I have to give my honest reviews on this game in a short, let me sum it up. Sonic Heroes is an extremely fast-paced platformer and adventure game. It is one of the best, most balanced games I've ever played, and also the flaws that people mention in this game are apparent, but they don't happen often if I'm talking about things in the final boss fight. But the final boss fight in general is amazing. The other, the story of the game is good, it's bearable. The soundtrack for this game is just absolutely ear-melting, an orgasmic pleasure to the ears. I shouldn't have said that, that was awful. But if I had to give my honest review score for Sonic Heroes, I would give it a 9.5 out of 10. It is phenomenal. So, that concludes my honest reviews for Sonic Heroes. Let me know your opinions on Sonic Heroes down below in the comments if you've played it before. And like and subscribe, and I guess I will see you all in the next video of mine. Peace out, have a wonderful rest of your day.
Setting the stage for a heroes parade. Sonic Heroes, heroes, heroes.
Sonic Heroes, heroes, heroes. Here for some reason, and we'll find our way. Oh shit, I'm still recording.